Good afternoon and welcome back to Hot Jobs with us here at Higher Military. I'm Lucy Robinson, if we haven't met before, and today with me is Amber Pitkin, one of our other recruiters. We're here to bring you some incredible opportunities for transitioning service members, veterans, and military spouses alike. And all of the roles and all of the opportunities are for everybody within our population and across the whole of the nation. Don't forget to check the links out in the description of today's event, where you'll find lots of helpful resources and upcoming events. So before we get started, we want to hear from you. I can already see Dion and Kristen Hay in the chat. Let us know where you are watching from today. If it's your first time here, say hi. We want to see you. Say first time in the chat. What we want to understand is your motivation and your interest for joining us. So are you looking for a SkillBridge internship? Is in a permanent job opportunity that is on your radar right now? Are you here just because we are live and you thought, okay, that kind of sounds interesting? We want to know how we may be able to support you, answer any questions that you have. So if you have anything for us as recruiters who've been working in this space, in this military transition space for a while, please do post, share away, and we'll be really happy to have a chat with you. So Dion's from Dallas. I know Kristen's up there in Virginia Beach. If you are new and we haven't met before, I'm in North Carolina. Amber, where are you at today?
I'm in El Paso, Texas, and it is hot.
It is. I think it's hot for everybody right now. I was stationed in Alaska up until a few weeks ago, and even they are having a heat wave. So nobody is being held away from this misery that is this insane temperature that we're having right now. So we wanted to jump in and have a conversation with you, first of all, around some topics that we've been experiencing this week. And the first one, as recruiters, I've seen a real uptick, Amber, haven't you, in applications coming through to us where the person has just submitted their resume, they've clicked yes to all of the knockout questions, but when we go and look at their details, they don't have anything on their resume that they said they had.
Yeah, I think I've seen a lot of it in the last couple of weeks. And I think maybe there's an assumption that the knockout questions, if you answer yes, it automatically gets you to the next round. But we actually go in and compare the resume to the knockout questions. So there is that. I know that doesn't always happen, but in this particular instance, we do.
We absolutely do. And I think it does. It does and it doesn't. You know, a lot of organizations and companies, especially the Fortune 500, do use those knockout questions to scan and to filter the applications at points of application. So I know that we aren't necessarily in the majority when it comes to that. But it did make me laugh, is the wrong word because it didn't make me laugh, but it made me kind of like, glance and smile today when somebody applied for a role that I'm heavily recruiting for, and I got so excited to see a resume come in that I went straight in, took a look at it, and then pressed reject within 5 minutes of them applying. And I know that they are going to think that it's been an auto reject, that a computer system has rejected them, but it wasn't. It was me, because I went in, I got super excited by them listing yes, yes, yes to the questions that are, we ask those questions because we need to know that as candidates or applicants even, you've got the qualifications for the roles that our clients are looking for. You've got the skill set and experience. So I got super excited, went then to the resume and the answers to the questions looked like they were from two very separate people. And not only is it disappointing to you as an applicant to receive that reject button and go, oh, here we go again, but it's also really disappointing to us, isn't it?
Absolutely. I just, like Carl just commented, as a recruiter, he also looks at those questions. I do too. And I get really excited when I go see, I have a bunch of applicants. And one of my basic questions is, are you active duty US military? Because I recruit for the SkillBridge program, which only applies to DoD active duty service members transitioning. And then I'll go to the resume and see if they have absolutely zero military experience in there. So it makes me wonder, did you take it out or did you just answer the question? So yeah, when we say like target your resume, you definitely, before you even submit that resume in the, in the system, make sure your resume lists or talks about those things that the job description is asking for, whether it's you're a transitioning service member, you have a specific degree, years of experience. You want to highlight that in your resume.
And actually, a really good segue from that, Amber, is Jared has asked a question. So I will ask it to you. Maybe you can take it first and then I will join afterwards. But so what if the skill set is outside of the 10 years people normally annotate on a resume? Like he worked in construction prior to joining the military. So what do you say to that?
I would put it in there. So yes, I understand that like typically you're going to limit your resume to the last 10 years. However, if that job you're applying for relates to something that you did outside of the 10 years, then you need to put that on your resume. Otherwise, they won't see it and you'll get automatically disqualified for not having that experience. So, I mean, just adding it in there, a snippet somewhere where they can see I do have that experience will be very helpful.
Yeah, from our perspective, you have to remember that as recruiters, we know nothing about you, Jared. You are a stranger to us. You are a person on a piece of paper. So we need to understand at point of application why you've actually taken the time to submit your resume in application for the role. So you may know that you have this experience, but if you don't add it, regardless of the time when you did actually pursue and take part in that role, then we wouldn't know your relevance and we would reject. So I always say, consider your resume as context and filler. So absolutely have the detail on your resume that is going to support you getting an interview, because that is your first objective. It's not getting the job. At point of application, when you are an applicant submitting your resume into us, you want to position yourself on a piece of paper that makes me think, oh my gosh, this person is amazing. I need to invite them to a screen. And I'm really hoping my client likes them and I really like them because I want them to get an interview. So make sure that you detail all information that is relevant to the job description, which really circles round and feeds back to what we call targeting the resume, adding enough detail to the resume that we can see exactly why you've made the application.
Couldn't agree more, Lucy.
Well, thank you. So we have so many new roles to share with you today. So we're going to move on quickly. As we are talking, as we are sharing those positions, let me tell you a couple of things. If any of them sound like they are of interest to you, please do post in the comments which role. We can't share the URL in real time because as soon as we do, LinkedIn deletes it out. So we will come back after the event and share that URL, the link to the role for you. If you are a motivated job seeker and you want to take a look in real time, if you're on a laptop, if you've got your phone in front of you, here's our website, hiremilitary.us. On there, you will see 4 buttons on the homepage. One shows you all of our permanent job opportunities, so all of our vacancies that we are working on behalf of corporate America, companies that specifically want to increase the DEI of veteran and military spouse talent throughout their organizations. The other button will show you all of our SkillBridge internship opportunities, or CSP if you are Army. If you are not familiar with that, we will share a little bit more about those internships a little bit later. You will also see 2 other buttons, one to join the talent pipeline for SkillBridge and the other to join the talent pipeline for permanent job opportunities. And ultimately, what those 2 talent pipelines do is let us know that you are actively searching for jobs right now so we can keep in touch with you. You join our database. So when new roles come in, we scan our database, we can send you emails, we can let you know that new opportunities have arisen. So I think we're going to kick off on to the first set of opportunities. So we are working with a food service company called GBC Food Services. And they are a national food service company that runs kiosks in local grocery stores across the US. So, as you walk in, you see the Boar's Head Deli, you see the sushi counter. They are not often organized and run by the grocery store themselves. They are franchise opportunities. And we are bringing that opportunity to you in terms and in the form of a SkillBridge internship. So if you are looking to be an entrepreneur, if you are looking to run your own business, perhaps you've connected with Boots to Business or ACP's new entrepreneur program, but you actually would like a SkillBridge internship or a CSP internship that teaches you how to run your own business, this could be an awesome opportunity for you. So if you've dreamed of being your own boss, it doesn't matter what your business idea is, and even if you're still figuring it out, this could give you insight into how to run a P&L, how to run an operating statement, how to manage your own business, how to put in the hours to deliver for your own business. So if that sounds like it could be of interest to you, please do drop a link or connect with either me or Amber on LinkedIn and send us a DM, and we would be really happy to share more detail with you. If you want to learn more about GBC as well, those opportunities are already on our website, so you can see those under both the direct hire opportunities, so the permanent jobs, and the SkillBridge internships. But I am going to move on now, and I am going to share some new permanent roles with you. So what have we got first? We have got in Farmers Branch, Texas, we are working with the company there, and they are looking for, at the moment, a bookkeeper and an inventory accountant. So if you are looking in the Northeast Dallas area, so kind of like, I tell a lie, it's Northwest Dallas, in that Farmers Branch sort of area, please do connect with me if you have got finance or accounting experience, because I would love to hear from you. They are looking to hire veterans or military spouses, and I would really love to be able to connect and share the detail for those roles. A new position that we have started working on today is an entry-level software developer role. We never get these in, ever. I mean, Amber, how often do we get asked, do you have any entry level? And we're like, companies don't come to us for entry level positions, ever. So this is literally a needle in a haystack. But like with everything, it's not too good to be true, but there are some caveats. For this role, it is absolutely based in the DC metro area. You do need to be on site. So there is a 12-week paid training period, which will be remote, and it starts specifically and only on July the 8th. So in 2 weeks' time, 2 weeks yesterday, no less. Like I said, it's a 12-week paid training program and then on site in DC. You need to have a good understanding of programming principles, data structures, algorithms, databases, and SQL, really to enable the development of software solutions. So you do need to have that in your experience portfolio. In addition, experience with the software development and programming using either Java, C# or any other similar object-oriented programming language is ideal. But if you can start on July the 8th, if you can work in the DC metro area, if you are looking for an entry-level software developer role and you want to be connected and deployed into a GovCon, because this is where you were going with this experience, please do connect with us, because we would love to have a conversation with you about those roles. Another new role we've had, people keep on asking us about Hawaii. Why don't you ever have any roles in Hawaii? We've got a job in Hawaii. This is a PACAF staff SME contractor at Hickam Air Force Base. So it's actually working at PACAF headquarters. And they are looking for somebody who has the knowledge and understanding of tactical and electronic ranges and infrastructure. So that is absolutely a given. That is the SME element of this. You will be putting in input on research development proposals and contracts for training range modernization. That's the actual job function. Working to prepare inputs to combat air forces test and training, and really supporting the technical specifications for combat aircrew training systems. So they are looking for a subject matter expert and also somebody who is an expert and career experience in PACAF as well. Knowledge of threat training systems, to include manned and unmanned simulators, is essential. And prior experience working as a DoD staff officer is required for this role. But if that does sound like it is of interest and you want to hear more, drop me a DM, take a look at hiremilitary.us, or post a comment and we will get back to you. We have, working with one of our alliance partners, some roles on site, on base at Offutt Air Force Base in Nebraska and Peterson Space Force Base in Colorado Springs. So these are VA TAP benefits advisors. So if you are in that location, and that sounds like it's of interest, you want to hear more, so that's VA TAP Benefits Advisors on base at Offutt Air Force Base and Peterson Space Force Base in Colorado Springs. So do let us know and we will connect you. Finally, on behalf of one of our other alliance partners, we are working with an organization called National Testing Network, and they are one of the organizations nationwide that host and support all of the recruiting for police and firefighter opportunities. So if law enforcement or firefighting or emergency preparedness is in your future, or it's something that you've considered, please do get in touch. Currently on our website, we've got vacancies in Ohio, DC, King County, Washington State, as well as Colorado Springs. But if those locations don't suit you and what you are looking for, you can connect in with us and we will be able to put you in touch with them and see if they have opportunities where you are living or where you are looking for. So definitely do take a look at those job descriptions and we can share more. As I finish up today on the direct hire side, on the permanent job side, do head over to hiremilitary.us to find these roles and so many more. We only share wave tops here on LinkedIn Live because we don't have the time to be able to share every single position. Also, while you're there, please don't forget to join our talent pool. It is the easiest way for us to stay connected with you, us to know that you are available and looking for work, and also to get personalized job recommendations. In addition, I am Lucy Robinson here on LinkedIn. Connect with me because I post regularly, as does Amber, all of our newest roles. So if you want to see them as soon as we get them, you should be in our network and we would love to join with you. So I'm going to hand over to you now, Amber.
All right, perfect. So I'm going to talk about the CSP or Career Skills Program or Skill Bridge internships. So before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about what CSP and Skill Bridge is. So we get that question often. I know there are people out there looking for internships. Unfortunately, these internships are for transitioning service members in their last 180 days of service. So approximately 6 months out from separation or retirement. And it's based on your availability. So all of our roles, they can vary. We do have some fixed start date roles, so cohorts, and then we also have some that are completely up to when you're available to start. So I'm only going to talk about 3, like Lucy just said. We have a lot of roles on our website. Please do take a look. If you have any questions at all during our live broadcast or after, you are more than welcome to connect with us, reach out, send me a message. I'm happy to help. Additionally, I wanted to say that a lot of our internships have a high probability of a job offer at the end, given that you have a successful internship. Additionally, if for some reason you don't see an internship on our page that is of interest to you and you have an interest elsewhere, we absolutely can act as an umbrella program for other companies who maybe aren't approved by the DoD to conduct SkillBridge internships. So we can connect with us. We can give you the information on how to set that up. We'll be more than happy to give you more information on that. So definitely reach out. So my first position I have, so like Lucy said, Hawaii is rare. We don't often get that. So we do have a SkillBridge internship in Hawaii at Hickam Air Force Base. They are looking for a PACAF logistics liaison officer. So again, this is in the headquarters PACAF office. So they are looking for a logistics liaison officer to support movement, installation operations, maintenance, and sustainment of range management and equipment systems. They do want an intern who can start August or September of this year. So if that aligns with your dates, definitely let us know. Drop a comment in the comments. They are looking for someone with a minimum of 4 years experience as a military officer. They would like someone with a bachelor's degree. However, they will, in lieu of the education, they will take operational experience as well. And they're looking for someone who can lead and manage logistics and operations for the U.S. and Air Force and DoD industry. So if that sounds like you're in the local Hawaii area, or you want to go to Hawaii, as we all do, definitely send us a message. It is beautiful there. I was lucky enough to live there for 8 years and I enjoyed every moment of it. So, all right, moving on. The next opportunity I have is a professional services consultant role. This role is remote. This is with our partners at Splunk. They are looking for someone to act as a subject matter expert and trusted advisor on their security suite solutions team. They're looking for someone who can provide security expertise for Splunk security products, develop, plan, analyze, and articulate security practices within the customer environment. They would like someone who has a bachelor's degree in computer science, engineering, data analytics, cybersecurity, information systems, finance, math. In lieu of that, they will take experience, but they do want someone who has some hands-on experience with Splunk products. Linux is a must. Absolutely. We have gone over that with them. So they would like someone that is this is a highly technical role. So think customer facing, sitting behind the keyboard, putting in commands. I mean, this is the type of role that this is. So if you also have 3 to 5 years of technical experience in cybersecurity, that is also a plus. They would like someone with a certification in AWS, either associate or architect, Google Cloud, or Kubernetes. So if this sounds interesting or you have any questions about it, by all means, send me a message. I will be happy to answer any questions that you may have. And again, this is a remote role. The third opportunity we have for SkillBridge is a technical success engineer. This is also with our partners at Splunk. They are looking for someone either in the DC metro area or Tampa, Florida. This is ideally a hybrid position. There will be some remote work, but they do want someone who is near the DC metro or Tampa, Florida area so that you can come to meetings, come to different team projects that they have going on during your SkillBridge internship. You must have a TS clearance, so top secret security clearance, and they would like someone who has 5+ years of technical support or professional services experience, as well as customer service experience. They would also like someone who has project management, IT operations, and technical infrastructure experience. Additionally, if you have knowledge of Splunk, that is always a plus. If you are interested in this role, definitely put a comment in the chat or send me a message and I will be happy to give you more information. With that being said, SkillBridge is absolutely life-changing. Coming from someone who did SkillBridge myself, it's fantastic. I wish that every service member could take advantage of SkillBridge or CSP. So let us know in the comments if you have any questions, you want to connect, we want to connect with you. And if you know someone getting out soon, tag them. Let them know that we're here. We're happy to answer any questions. We have a ton of resources on our website for transitioning service members and spouses and veterans alike. So definitely go check us out at hiremilitary.us. And that is all I have, Lucy. Oh, Lucy,
I'm on mute. Yep. I was just saying, Jeffrey asked if we had any contracting roles for security, either physical or ATFP. Contracting roles, no, we don't, Jeffrey, but we are working with a company called Acuity International, who have ACONUS roles downrange in both Iraq and Somalia at present. So they are a great organization that helps enable mission continuity and stability for government and enterprise organizations. And they really do tackle some of the toughest projects on earth. They currently on our website have security roles posted, so physical security roles, as well as intel analysis, healthcare, and medical technology. So that is Acuity International. You can take a look at them at their website, or their roles are posted on our careers page under the direct hire or permanent job opportunities. So here's what you need to do. Once you have finished, once we have finished today, do go to our website, hiremilitary.us. We have all of our roles there. We've got about 55, 56 there at the moment that we are recruiting on behalf of other companies. And the difference with working with us is companies come to us because they specifically want to recruit from our military population. They really want us to deliver and present candidates to them. Make sure that you are a good fit for the role before you submit an application. If I've put down or Amber's put down that specific experience is required, unfortunately, There's a reason we've put that, because our clients have told us there's no wiggle room. That is exactly what they need for their roles. So if you can check the majority of the boxes, submit your resume through to us, and we will be in touch as soon as we possibly can. We would love to stay connected with you. So remember, every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be here for Hot Jobs with us at Higher Military. This week at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, Mike Quinn, our founder and CGO, will be taking part in his office hours, 1 hour, which is a LinkedIn audio. So more like a radio show rather than a TV show. And I know that he would love to hear from you. If you have questions specifically about the job search, about the transition, about LinkedIn, about your resume, he is somebody to go to within our space and ask those questions. We did have one other question, Amber, just before we finished, and I thought maybe we could do a back and forth on this one. It was Teo. I don't know if you saw this question in the comments. He said that he is looking for a job in Fort Liberty, and he's been applying to all types of roles, just hasn't been lucky. What does he need to do? I think if I start first and then I hand over to you, it's really hard to help you, Teo, honestly, without knowing what you've been doing, what you've been applying to. And I guess my question to you is, first of all, it's always a bit of a red flag for me when, as a career counselor in a previous life within our space, people would say, oh, I'll do anything everywhere. I've been applying to everything, because that tells me that perhaps the resume that you're submitting isn't really focused and doesn't really target one specific area to align you with a specific career function or job facility. So that's the first thing. Second of all, we don't know what you've been doing. So my questions to you would be, have you been applying to things that you don't have experience in? Are these GS jobs, so that you're going through USA jobs? And do you know how to administer and work your way through that system? Because applying for those roles is a very different beast to submitting a civilian resume. And if you're not familiar with how to do that, USA Jobs has a great template on their website. Equally, YouTube it. There are so many great YouTube tutorials to teach you how to do those. Third of all, what does your resume look like? Does it align with the positions that you were applying to, or is it just one master one that you're just throwing out there and hoping that some spaghetti sticks against the wall? So maybe if you drop us a comment afterwards, I'm very happy to support and maybe answer a couple of questions just to hopefully get you on the path there. But Amber, any comments from you?
No, same. It, like Lucy said, it is when you say I've been applying to all different types of roles, that tells me it's probably multiple industries. I'm kind of hoping not, just because if you know you're looking to do a very specific thing, you definitely want to target that industry, whether it's, different companies, different areas. And every resume that you submit should be different based off of the job description. Like Lucy said, the master resume is just for you to work off of to create a targeted resume, really highlighting, like we said at the beginning, those requirements that the job is asking for. So if it's outside of the 10-year window and you have construction experience on your master resume, that's where you're going to take it and put it into your targeted resume, because the job you're applying for requires construction experience, and you're going to put it on your resume so they can clearly see it. Because it is a checkbox for us. We are looking at the job requirements and we're going down your resume to see where are the checkboxes. Do you meet all the requirements? And if you're missing one of the mandatory requirements, we are going to move to the candidates who have all of those requirements. So definitely you want to tailor your resume. And we have fantastic resources on our website on how to tailor your resume. There are also, like Lucy said, other organizations out there who can help with that too. Hire Heroes USA is one of them. So if you have any questions, by all means, you can reach out as well.
Wonderful. Amber, thank you for joining me today. It has been great, as always. Thank you to everybody else for being in the chat, being in the audience, being in the comments. We love to have you here. We really do enjoy our 30 minutes with you on a Tuesday. And we hopefully shall see you again next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time for our next episode of Hot Jobs with us here at Higher Military. Take care. Have a great week. Bye-bye.